It was really clean, so it felt good, it felt long, and the reason I say such a mess is coming off of, we did the SwimSwam tour a couple weeks ago, and I think it was my 9th and 10th 50, the fly and the free. I ended up going to 22.8, and then my 100 or my 50 free I was 21.7, and so there was a lot of repetition and a lot of things that I was able to work on from round to round. And here, I didn't feel like I was quite grooving. I didn't feel great physically in the water. But this morning the plan was go long, see where I'm at, how it feels, and I realized I was one stroke short, and then the tempo was also very long. It was 1.06, and all of my 22.8 times were 0.96. And so in my head I was like, I'm gonna add one stroke, I'm gonna rate faster. And I think I just tried a little too hard in the beginning of the race and kind of spun a little, messed some things up, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Got my hand on the wall and had a clean finish, so that was nice. And all that we need to get the monkey off the back and enjoy the rest of the meet.
I'm amazed by how much thinking you're doing in a race that short.
And that's just like a fraction of, I think, what goes on. It's kind of like one of those things where, you know, your life can flash before your eyes if you're going through a stressful situation, and I think with swimming, you see a lot of the greatest. You're either able to tune it out or you know, adapt to and figure out what you need to change. And I've always been a very analytical, detail-oriented racer, and so I like looking at all the nitty-gritty and understanding what's happening.
What are the biggest challenges from doing that for such the short races?
I think sprinting in general is very unforgiving. You make one error, you're kind of out of it. And so I find that being so focused on like the minutiae and the small details extends the race. It almost makes it feel like a 200 because it's not just a 50-meter sprint, there's segments to it. And so it takes a little bit of this stress from like, oh, I gotta get absolutely everything perfect, because you're not always going to. And then you build upon it from there.
I was just going to say, was that your defense mechanism? You're planning against the stress, is that?
Not necessarily. I think, you know, when it comes to, well, and my big focus going into tonight was really just do everything I can to rely on the training, swim free, get my hand on the wall, and not feed into the fear or the nerves of not potentially making the team on the first night. Because this happened last year. I came second in the 50 fly, and you know, day 3 was super stressful, and so I wanted to avoid that, and now I can kind of, you know, approach it differently, but, you know, every race is different.
What are you looking forward to most about Fukuoka? I know you've got other events, and you still have to find your spot, but I think you're also planning ahead, so what are you looking for?
It's interesting. I think this World Champs will be an interesting one. I think it's, you know, with the Olympics being next year, I see Fukuoka as it's a stepping stone. It's somewhere where obviously I want to show up and win golds. I think with the team that's already been set and the new faces, I think it's going to be exciting getting to know some new guys and some new girls and see who's going to be carrying the flag as we go into Paris. And so to be a part of that's always an honor. But I don't know, you know, it's a new facility, a new pool. Japan's always treated us very well, and we're just going there in some fast.
How do you feel like training's been the last few months?
Training's been good. It's been fast. I think the focus has shifted away from that 200 IM for a little bit. I know you guys love that 2 IM. But I don't know, I think we're in a season where speed's kind of like what I'm enjoying. Like I'm loving it. So training's complementing my lifestyle really well, and I think it's been a nice season of kind of stepping back from like this crazy grind and just racing a bit more, you know, lifting a little less, like ice bathing more, playing some golf, playing some pickleball. I've always been super balanced. You know, I think some people fault me for how much fun I have outside of the pool, but if I can still make teams and have fun, I'm gonna have fun all the time. So.
And when it comes to the rest of your meet, what are we thinking for your events? Obviously, you're entered in quite a few.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. Tomorrow's my only double, so I have the 100 fly, 50 breast. It's a tight turnaround. So I would say we'll figure it out as we go. After the morning, I'm going to swim both in the morning and see what we got. I had a really great double last year with that. You know, tight turnaround. I think I broke the American record in that session. And then it's individuals, and it's 100 breasts, 50 free.
No 2IM this year.
No 2IM this year. So honestly, my big focus right now is inching towards that 50 free world record. We've been making some stroke changes, and we've got a lot of work to do. But to see Cam McAvoy swimming so quickly has been pretty exciting. So I want to get down there with him. So I'm really kind of, yeah, I mean, a day at a time. Time will tell.
Well, best
Thanks.
of luck.
Thanks.